guys, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. So as you can see today, my lovelies, we have another sit down with Shan, and this one's gonna be a little bit saucy. We are talking all things bedroom antics, and I asked on my Instagrams, guys, anything to do with sex toys, self-love in the bedroom. Any tips, tricks, dilemmas, problems, we are going to have a little chit chat. And you know what? I feel like this could be one of the best ones. We've had ones where we spoke about sex and relationships, but this is on another level, okay? This is kind of like a saucy side, and I'm all here for it. I have learned some things about you guys, and you, I think, are going to learn some about me. There is no topic in this series that is off bars, and I mean, the last one we did, I had a few comments being like, TMI, and the confessions video, TMI. This channel is very open. I've been open with you guys from day one, and here we are, what, almost 3 years later, 2.5, and I'm still just as open. So, we are on the H2O with a little bit of juice because I'm trying to up my water intake. The trusty old iPad is to hand, and as I say, we have quite a few different topics to go through. So, get comfy, get your drink of choice, whether it's a hydration drink, a hot drink, soft drink, cold drink, alcoholic beverage, and let's get into all things bedroom antics. Right, so I'm actually under the covers today because, guys, it's still cold, isn't it, for February? You might think, Shan, your dressing gown is getting some proper good juice, and it is. Let's actually just pull you down just a tad. You can still see me. Yeah, we're all wrapped up in the dressing gown because it is cold. I mean, what is going on with British weather? Who knows? So, as I say, if you haven't seen this series before, once a month we pick a topic and we just chit chat basically. I will always ask you on my lifestyle or food Instagram. Everything remains anonymous. A lot of you for this have been like on the little question box. I'll DM you because some of them are lengthy, which I absolutely love. So let's kick it off. What did I ask you guys? I said, as usual, monthlies, sitting down with Shan, anything sex toys, self-love, spicing up the bedroom, body image, everything like that. Tips, tricks, questions galore. One of my lovelies says, I go new toy and bra shopping with my bestie every 6 months. Definitely recommend. Oh my god, I am here for this. That should be a date in everyone's diary. New underwear, new toy. Almost like a congratulation present for getting halfway through the year, and then at the end of the year being like, whew, another year done and dusted, sayonara. I love that. You could turn that into a whole day shopping. Underwear, toy, good food, maybe some new heels if you're into wearing some heels in the bedroom. I like that. That was like the one that kicked it off for me. So then we start going through the questions, and I say there was quite a few. The first one of my lovelies, they say, I like dressing up in the bedroom. Anything from Ann Summers is a saucy must. Now, I haven't done many, but I'm not afraid of an underwear haul on the channel, am I? You will never see the underwear on me. No one needs to see that. But I have done, I feel, Ann Summers a few times. We've had a couple of Bouge Avenue and also lounge underwear. I find, if I have to rate them, let's just say, because I don't know about you guys, but if I fancy a particular style of underwear, I will go to a particular style of shop. So lounge is when I want my comfy yet sexy underwear because it's all lace and like underwide. It's very nice. If I want something that's like cute and feminine, I go to Bouge Avenue. If I want something saucy, I go to Ann Summers. And I've had a few messages on that lately and a few comments being like, but if, say, you're single, which I am part of the Single Ladies Club, why are you buying underwear? My lovelies, I don't buy underwear for partners. I buy underwear for me. If you're having one of them down days or you're having like a fabulous self-care day, there is nothing better than coming out of the bath, putting a little bit of body butter on, putting a new underwear set on, new pajamas, you are good to go. Underwear for me is, oh, might have some disturbances and interruptions from Footloose, but that's the usual for the channel's videos, ain't it? I definitely feel underwear is for me. Even when I had a partner, Underwear I don't feel was appreciated. For me, underwear is not cheap, is it? I know like guys' boxers are expensive, but to get a full set for a woman, and I'm talking like a full set, so you would either have a bra and underwear or like a corset body stocking type. Then you have like stockings, suspenders, or a waspy, I think it's called a waspy belt, heels. The whole thing can be very pricey, and I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm not dressing up in stockings and suspenders for myself, absolutely not, but like a nice bra and underwear set, or like if you've got a nice little bodysuit to go under a nightshirt, why not? And Summers is definitely the place you go for a bit of sauce. However, I do find Love Honey to be quite good. I haven't purchased much underwear from Love Honey. They're kind of the place where you go for your toys and accessories. Well, for me anyway. If you've bought any underwear off of Love Honey, please do let me know what it's like. But I do tend to stick with the same shops for underwear because I know my sizing. But yeah, anything saucy, definitely Ann Summers. I feel you're going to get to know me on such a different level. One of you guys say, I love being dominated. Not full on choking, but grabbing the neck is my fave. I am with you there. I don't know what it is. However, I don't mind a full on choke. I mean, as I say, I have not seen any action, okay, for over a year now. And that's quite fine with me. Well, it's actually not fine because you do miss sometimes a male presence. But when we start going into these questions, you'll realise you don't actually need a partner. You can more than satisfy yourself, my lovelies. And you don't have to deal with someone hogging the bed after. But yeah, when it comes to like grabbing the neck, that is a thing I don't know why. And you'll find sometimes that when, say, you not request it to your partners, but if you say to your partners, oh, that's what I like, sometimes they can get a bit like, oh. Because where do you draw that line of like a gentle grab, then choking, then like actual probably GBH? I have been known to not tap out, let's just say. Like if I was to have a handprint around my neck, it probably wouldn't bother me. Obviously to the point where I feel like, oh, I'm starting to get a bit lightheaded, you do have to tap out because you still have to be sensible. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the feeling of like the control, even though I'm very much, I like at least 50-50, but I do like to be in control. However, some certain times you have to be put in your place, don't you? And I feel like the hand around the neck is just basically like, boom, you can't do anything. And yeah, I'm all with you with the grabbing of the neck, my lovelies. And you say not full on choking. I'm slightly, I would be partial to being choked every now and then. But hey ho. But yes, full on grabbing the neck, we are all here for. I have never heard of this, but it did make me giggle because I do get it. So one of my lovelies says, I have a kink that not many people understand. ddlg, or daddy dom / little girl. So I didn't research this because I thought I'm just going to go off of what I think. Because sometimes when you research stuff, it tells you the ins and outs and sometimes it's not great. And so I'm going to go with my thinking. So I see a lot of this stuff on TikTok. And I tell you what, my TikTok goes from cooking videos to animal videos to, I think, is it called Book Talk? Where it's like X-rated book quotes of what people can say to you. Oh, that didn't sound right. There is a channel as well on TikTok called 50 Shades of Shan. That, some of the book readings and that he does is very, gets the old mind ticking, let's just say. But from what I would get for that is a dominant male figure, and almost you would be the submissive type, to be like vulnerable and you just want to be taken charge of. I get that. And the thing that I keep seeing and hearing on TikTok is 4 words. And every time I hear them, it is like a trigger to me. And I don't know why, because it's never really been anything with my exes, because it was kind of always like quite PG. But I feel like on this path of self-discovery, you learn stuff of what you like and that. And as I say, you just need to, down the line, if you find a partner who can do it, then we're happy to go. But for now, I'm quite happy on my own with some little friends, as we spoke about in the confessions video. And it's be a good girl. I tell you, I do not think I'm the only one with this, because a lot of people in TikTok seem to have the same reaction as me. When you hear those words, for me personally, and if you're a woman and you can agree with me, please let me know down below, but there is something about good girl. Good girl is a bit like, oh, but when you hear be a good girl, oh my God, that's it. Like, I get so flustered. At work, we've got a couple of young guys, and they're in their 20s, but you know, they're still at the immature stage, bless them. And they talk sometimes about their antics. They're all single, going out in the pool. And one day, one of them was like, I do XYZ. And I said to her, I'll just be a good girl. I stopped what I was doing, and I couldn't, because I heard that saying, and I'm like, I can't be feeling like this. Like, they're children. I'm like, no. And I got like quite giggly, and I just had to make a cup of tea and go out. And I'm thinking, how can 4 words, like 4 short little words, 11 letters, get someone so flustered? But I don't know what it is. And it does make me feel better that I'm not the only one. But yeah, if anyone, God, if I hear that, I just automatically start giggling, because I'm just like, oh. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. Not a question. Love your channel. Do you have any kinks yourself? Well, for me, it is like the neck grabbing and the choking. See, this is the thing. I do like to be in control. I feel that a confident woman in the bedroom is very attractive. But I also do like to have a submissive side and kind of being taken control of, which is why, like, I kind of understand the daddy dom little girl thing. I do understand, like, if you want to be cared for and looked after completely. My kinks, it is probably just being rough. That sounds really bad, but I don't know. I get my kinks are probably through like general day-to-day stuff that people do and they don't realise. So for me is if, say, like a good-looking guy winked at me. I think a wink can be so cheeky, and there is so much that can be said between that. Is that a kink? Yeah. I feel eye contact is definitely a kink for me. Like, you can have a laugh and you can have a joke with someone, but if you connect through eye contact, to which you don't have to say anything, but you're looking at each other and you're basically having a full-on conversation, that is a kink. That is a massive kink. Because you're just like reading each other's thoughts and you're having full-blown conversations without anything. Smiles. See, I wouldn't say a smile. Well, no, a smile is a kink. Like, if you've got a really nice smile with the eye contact and a cheeky wink, oh my God. I should have bought a fan out. Oh my God. Like, yeah. I don't know. Kink is... I'm probably just like being adventurous. There's nothing... I always would think, like, it's always better to try something. And if it doesn't work or it's not for you, at least you can say you tried, as opposed to maybe not trying. I would say adventurous. And probably a kink for myself is I like to look nice. Like dressing up nice, feeling good, looking good. Yeah. God, can you imagine if Mama G was doing this video? We should do a... we're doing our monthly Q&A, but I feel like we might have to do a kind of saucy sit down with Mama G, because I think I would love to know her opinions on this kind of stuff. We all know how she got in the last mukbang when someone said to me about threesomes. She did not know that I was her child then, trust me. She was a bit like, what is going on, Shannon Lee? One of my lovelies says, I treat and pleasure me, myself, and I. You go, girl. You go. If you cannot self-love yourself, how do you expect anyone else to? And also, it's people probably say, oh, well, it's cliche. For men and women, no one knows you better than you know yourself. A guy, for example, will know which better way he's into or what gets him off. A woman will know exactly like what parts of her is like her turn-ons or kinks. Oh my God, a kink. I just felt of it. Like my whole neck and décolletage, sensitive. Like kisses, bites. Oh, that's another one, probably a kink. You know, like with being choked and that. I like being bitten. That's probably not for everyone. But I'm probably partial to being bitten. But my whole top thing is very sensitive, like neck. Oh, no. If anyone comes near my neck, right, so say, for example, if I'm at work and someone walks past me and, like, leans down to, like, say something in my ear, I'm like, whoa. Don't know what, I'm like, back away from me right now. If I even feel like a breath on my neck, I'm super sensitive and I'm like, no, I can't be dealing with this. Please vacate yourself from my vicinity. Like, you can talk to me face to face or even behind. You cannot lean in around my neck or my ears. That is why half the time I go to work, I have like roll necks. I'll have scarves wrapped around me because I'm just like, I can't be dealing with that, because things will automatically happen that you're not in control of, and your mind will be thinking something else, and you're like, no. I'm in work here. Like, I can't be thinking them thoughts, and I definitely can't be feeling the way I'm feeling. I mean, I have no idea. If I ever was to get into another relationship, God help them. That's all I could say, my lovelies. Because it's hard being single. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you do get these urges. But, like, I couldn't get on a dating website. The thought of it just scares the life out of me, because, I don't know. It's like stranger danger vibes. I just know I couldn't do that. So for now, I'm going to kind of like block myself. I'm going to be my own worst enemy and block myself for the safety of myself. Let's say that. Right, let's have a look. Ah, I get this as well. And you know what's really annoying? You know when you feel like you've just chipped a nail? What colour do you think I should go next on my nails? We're going into March, spring colour. I'm thinking like an aqua green or a baby blue. I'm not too sure. One of my lovelies says, miss the passion when you're in a long-term relationship. It's never like that at the beginning. This, oh my goodness. I feel like I could talk about this one for ages. So I'm going to have a little bit of a sip. My straw's on the wand because it shouldn't be making that noise. Let me sort out my juice and we'll come back, because we're going to be talking about this one for a while. Right. Missing the passion in long-term relationships. So I have had only 2 relationships, what I call proper relationships, and they were both long-term. One was 7 years and one was like 4.5, 5. Trying to keep the passion alive is hard. Why have I gone really pale? I mean, I know I'm like Casper, hi to my wrinkly hands, but I don't need to be washed out too much. That's a lot better. It is hard, I'm not going to lie. A lot of people, what would you define as the honeymoon period, guys? I've heard it's 3 months. If after 3 months it fizzles, then your honeymoon period is over. Some people say it's 6 months. Some people say it's a year. I don't know. What would you say is the period of where you should still be all loved up and into each other and like ripping each other's clothes off, XYZ? Oh, no, don't want to saturate my bed with my juice. Thank you very much. I understand in long-term relationships, things happen, like life catches up with you and things get in the way, but you still, I feel, have to have that connection and the intimacy there, because it's such an important part. Like, it is not the be all and end all. Like, please don't think that I'm saying, well, you need to be having sex or intimacy every night for a relationship. Absolutely not. But I feel like on a daily basis, it's nice to still have that attraction. Like, if you have like a few little pecks or cuddles or like an odd bum slap, I don't know. And then like when you do have some alone time, it's not, I don't want this to come across wrong, but you know, like kind of just a, he's been on my back or she's been on my back. Just get it over and done with. Like, I don't feel it should be like that. I would say that as this is where I totally contradict myself. As much as I think it should be, oh right, you're going to go there because I feel like you're going to leak all over the bed. We don't be needing that. I feel as much as I like a little bit of rough, let's just say, I do still like when you want to be taken care of and almost like make love. It's not, I don't think it should be looked at like a quick boop and like maybe a leg over. It's time for you and your partner to enjoy together, and I feel like it is so hard, and I think there's nothing worse when then you feel that kind of spark going, because once you feel that spark going, it's like, oh shit, like you need to start working it back. But sometimes it's too late to work it back, and can you ever regrow that spark? I don't know. Like, I feel that I had sparks in my relationships for quite a while. My last one, I feel the spark kind of died earlier because we had COVID. So for what, 18 months, 2 years, our life was practically put on hold. You was not allowed at each other's houses and everything like that. So I think that suffered. But then it's like coming back together and thinking, where is that, like, the spark, the click, the flame? And I feel like moving forward, if I was to ever get into another relationship, I would have to have that spark, and I would test the water to make sure that that spark was there, like before anything happened. Like, you've got to have a spark with someone. Like, you're not going to be physical and intimate all the time, so you still need to have that spark and connection. If, say, you're just chatting in the kitchen, or you're just, I don't know, doing a food run and you just call and like you might put a little cheeky innuendo in it. I feel like there's always got to be some form of it, even if it's at the end of the day you just have a nice long cuddle. I get that. And why is it never like the way it is at the beginning? Because we grow up, we kind of lose the buzz, I guess. Like, you lose the thrill and the chase of it, and it kind of just becomes normal. Like, you're not having to chase that person because you have that person, and it can sometimes just fizzle out. I do get that, and it is horrible because you always think, why can it not be how it used to be? But unfortunately, it's not how it is sometimes. I've just bought the new Rose Clitoral Suction Vibrator. It is amazing. Very jealous of you because I have actually been looking at that and it fascinates me. Absolutely fascinates me. And then they follow on to say, do you have any toys and would you recommend? So, I have had several toys over the past, let's just say. Oh, someone's having a little slamming door fest outside. Hey ho. Oh my god, now I'm thinking of more kinks. So going along like toys and accessories, blindfolds. There is something about losing a sense when you're about to get down, which just escalates everything else. Whether that be losing your sight. Well, I don't really think like I'd want headphones put on me, but like, you understand what I mean. Like, you're losing a sense or an action. So like handcuffs as well, because you're being physically restricted. You can't do certain things. See, this is kink. This is making me out to be like a real fetish dominant. I'm not into like whips. Whips, I don't, because I think I'd be like, no. Don't get me wrong. Pain from being bitten or slapped or choked, I'm fine with. I think if I was to be smacked or spanked with like a paddleboard, like you get in Old Dan Summers and Love Honey, I think I'd cry. I think I'd actually be able to cry. If I couldn't physically sit down unless I was in pain, yeah, I think I'd cry. We've gone through handcuffs, blindfold, definitely no like paddles or spanking boards, nothing like that. See, this is an area that doesn't have great memories for me, but I purchased a toy, it's my last relationship, for, let's just say, an area of which most men, I feel, really want to explore. But I am telling you now, they will not even let you go near those with a finger. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? And yeah, that was traumatic. Traumatic to say the absolute least. My latest ones, I got a couple just before Christmas. I bought a new wand. But I'm not going to lie, guys, I kind of have to be in the mood for a wand. So I got mine off of Ann Summers. I got a nice pink one. But I don't know. I have to be in the mood for a wand. Because, number one, they are loud. Okay, there's only so many times I can like have my laptop blaring because I don't want to hear, or I don't want to let mum hear something going on in the room. If you saw the confessions video when I was away, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it is okay. I got a newer one than my old one and it seems a lot louder. My old one wasn't as loud and it was a lot more, I'd say, gentler. This one, I mean, I think it's like 10 different modes. It's just aggressive. It's aggressive on all the modes. And I'm like, no, I don't know if I'm vibing with that. Like, it is still there because sometimes I do feel the need for the wand. But the one that I got just before Christmas, and it was from a recommendation from my girl at work who used to work with me and she's left on to better, bigger things. And it was from Love Honey and it's called the Pro 40 Womanizer. And basically, oh my god, I need to get comfy for this. That is a clitoral suction vibrator. That's like the proper name of it. Let me tell you, ladies, if you want to invest in something, you need to invest in that. There's like 6 or 7 levels. They do a travel version as well. Comes in loads of different colours, so it's very nice. They've even got a Marilyn Monroe version at the moment, and it's like silver marble. Oh my god, absolutely gorgeous. And you basically put it on your nun, your girl, and you press this thing, and it does what it says. And let me tell you, I would take that over your typical sex toy like your dildos. I will take that over that any day. The sensations, wow, okay. So if anyone is out there looking to spice things up or wanting to try something different for a bit of self-love, I'm sure it's Pro 40 Womanizer. It's on Love Honey. It is pricey. I'm not going to lie, it is £100. But that's an investment in yourself. That's how I see it. And when you see all the different colours, I'm like, oh, well, that can be for that. And that could be if I change my hair. And then that's a classic one. And then there's a travel one. So it's even more smaller and discreet to put in your packaging. But yeah. So I don't own many now. I kind of just stick with my wand and the womanizer. But I don't know. If there's any ones that you think I should try, please do let me know down below. If you don't want to, you can always send me an email. I have an email dedicated just for you guys, which is always in the descriptions box. Or just send me a DM if you've got me on Instagram. Because, yeah, any recommendations for self-love is worth it, my lovelies. Right, one of my lovelies. I need some help bringing some spice back in the bedroom. We're parents. He works a lot and he's just not interested. I've tried sexy underwear. I've tried making the first move. We haven't had sex in over a year. You know what? I actually hear this a lot. And you know what? I hear a lot of it at work. I don't know what it is. I feel it kind of relates, I think, to the first one with like if you've got the spark still there and trying to bring sparks back. So the fact you're trying the underwear, you're making the first move, like go you're going out there and getting it, and you're saying he's not interested. There has to be a reason. It is hard, I think, in this day and age, because we are working a lot harder. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, this is really bugging my nail. sorry, you know, when it just freaking annoys you. And obviously with just the stresses of life, if you have, like, you say your parents, so like if you had childcare costs, or like your children need something, and like the bills and homes and mortgages and rent, there is a lot of stuff in this world that we can't control, but has so much effect and affects us on a daily basis, which I don't think is fair. Okay, I don't think it's fair. I feel like you're literally living to work at the moment, and we're not. We should be working to live. We should be working to live our life, and we're not. And I just think it baffles me, because I don't know of any other country or wherever where people don't seem to enjoy themselves. Like I saw earlier this week, I think it's Spain is the first country to give women menstrual pain leave. That, I feel, should be worldwide, because I'm sorry, the pain and cramps that people go through is ridiculous. Like, when it is my time of the month, number one, I'm moody and I'm sleepy and I'm hungry, but the cramps, it's sometimes to the point, like, I will be in work and I will walk hunched over, because it actually pains me to be sitting up or like standing up fully because of the pain. So I really hope that something like that gets introduced. I think it said that Spain give a day or two per month for, like, I don't know whether it's paid or not. No, it would be paid, because they're the first ones to do it. But I do feel like, I know people are going to say, yeah, but then that's not fair, like you should give, I don't know, days for man flu. We'll do that then. We don't have a choice on our monthlies. When Mother Nature wants to come, and she comes regular as clockwork for me every month, the blooming nightmare, you can't do anything. She tells you when she's coming, and you will get whatever wrath you deserve that month. I would say, so you've tried the underwear, you've tried making the first move. You know what I would do? Kind of maybe do something that you've done when you first got together. And this kind of relates to the spark, like, maybe go on a date. Go somewhere you used to go when you was young. Maybe, I don't know, go and do something goofy. Go like bowling. I love bowling, okay? If anyone says to me, what do you want to do? I want to go bowling. I find bowling alleys are my comfort space, because I used to go bowling a lot as a kid, and I have very good memories with Mama G and Dada of going bowling. And yeah, for me, bowling is like, you just be fun. It's just fun. But it's even better now, because you can drink alcohol while you're doing it. You can have cocktail slushies, you can have a bottle of wine, and you can also get food delivered. I'm talking like cheesy nachos, chicken wings. Yes, please. I would say maybe try and recreate something from when you first got together. Even like, I don't know, cooking dinner just for you two. Maybe if the children could go to like a minder, or parents or family friends, cooking dinner, and maybe while they're coming down, play a song that is like your song, or a song that brings back memories. I am very much like, things bring back nostalgia for me. So it could be a song, it could be a smell, it could be an after show, for example. I kind of like, I'm very reminiscent. I don't try to be. It's just who I am, unfortunately. Like, I could walk past someone, I'm like, and I'll instantly recognise an aftershave, and then I'll instantly go back to a period in my life, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So like, I feel something like that could like bring back memories could be a way. But yeah, I'm always here to chat, my lovelies. Always here to chat. My inbox, as I say, I have the inbox, I have the email now. We've got a lot. And this kind of relates. Do you feel like your spark went in previous relationships? Yeah. I feel my first proper relationship, we was together 7 years. We grew up together, and as you grow older, you kind of realise if you're on different paths, you know, and like if you want different things. And then my second relationship, I think COVID started the downfall, and then things got out of hand, and it's just sometimes not buildable back. Right, let's have a look. So one of my lovelies says, you know the line of work I do, and I absolutely love it. So one of my lovelies is a rep for Ann Summers, which I'd love to do that blooming job, I really do. Sex toys are amazing for solo and couples, and I highly recommend a wand. I own 5, and the self-love wand is my favourite. See, maybe I need to try the wand. Well, I can't, what, with an invisible person. I might, it sounds weird, I might have to ask for some tips on the wand. Maybe I'm not using it right, because it is a slightly different style to my old wand. We might have to pick up this discussion in the inbox, my lovelies. They also say, also me and hubby have been experimenting in bondage over the past couple of years. And that's fun too, but you must 100% trust your partner before doing bondage, and also have a safe word. So if you don't like it or it hurts, say the safe word. Now bondage, I can do like blindfolding and handcuffs, but I've never really had, well, I've never had the chance to really explore bondage, but I definitely feel like I'd be open to it. Not gonna lie, when I go in Ann Summers and you see like the bondage section, Mum gets really freaked out. Sorry for rubbing my nose, I've got a really itchy nose. That means a surprise, doesn't it? What is my surprise? Mum gets really scared because it's all like black and leather, and that just scares Mum. Mum sees whips and that and he's like, oh no, I'm waiting outside. I see, now this could almost be a kink. It's never happened to me, but I have always wanted to be tied up with rope. You might think, Shan, but I don't know why. Again, I think it's the feeling of like you can't do anything and like someone leading you around. I don't know. I feel, my lovely, the one who's sent this in, I feel would definitely need to have a catch up over DM. They also continue to say, we also love roleplay and couples games. Experimenting is great fun. And if you don't like it, don't do it again. But do try it, because once you do, you never know if you do or not. That's the thing. So it's all about experimenting. Do you, don't you? No, give it a go. Kind of like a lot of things in life. Try new foods, try new alcohol, try new careers, jobs, anything. You don't know until you try. And I feel you have to try to know if you like it or not. I see a lot of these couples games. And I'm not a couple, but they do seem fun. So it's like a lot of them are like card games, and it will be like maybe, or I see a lot in Ann Summers, sex checks or like favour checks, where it will be like, it will have like, I don't know, a free massage, a free quickie or something like that. And I look at them and I think, how fun would that be? If say you both had a thing and at any time you can just pull out a check and be like, I'd like to cash this in now. And you'd have like a mutual agreement of like when you could pull it out, or like if it was like at a certain time, like time of the month, you're like, no. And the card games, it's like, so who was the first, I don't know, who was the first to say I love you, who's the most adventurous in the bedroom, stuff like that. I see on TikTok as well when couples do these challenges, and it'll be like, who was, I don't know, who was interested first, and they'll be like, no, it was me, da-da. That I would love to do, and I definitely feel now I'm at the age, well, I can't say for like proper relationships, because my first relationship I was 14, and I was in that 14 until 21, and that was kind of like a school romance, and then like you grow up, you go through college and that, and then you get old enough and it just kind of didn't work out. And then my second one was 22. Was I 22? I feel like 22 to 27-ish. And that was kind of like very quick, very intense. It was like all of a sudden, because we worked together, we saw each other every night. They lived like 10-15 minutes from me, and it was basically like you'd gone from having your separate lives to all of a sudden being together every single day. And then COVID happened, and it was like you didn't really see each other for 2 years, and then you tried to get back on track, and it was like, oh, you'd see each other every other night. Then it went to like maybe a few times a week. Then it was like just weekends, and yeah. Hey ho, that's what happens. But I feel like now, as I say, I've ripped myself off till 30. You know, I've said this as soon as I become single, I was like, I've ripped myself off. I want 3 years just for me. And if, say, when I'm in my 30s, I got into another relationship, I feel like I would be a lot different. I am very much in the mindset of you have to be able to like make me laugh and like the keeping that spark alive, being like goofy, and also kind of like, I don't want this to come across, but like, what do you bring to the table? Like, is having you in my life going to benefit me? Not just for, say, like a little bit of evening fun, but are you actually gonna like make me a better person? And is your involvement in my life gonna bring me happiness? Like, and I feel at the moment I just overthink things way too much, and I feel like, oh my god, Shan, you are just better on your own, girl. You are better on your own. But yeah, I would love to play games. I think that'd be really cute. Like, I see on TikTok as well, like 100 first dates. You get the box and the books and that, and I'm sure I have somewhere, it's probably in one of my boxes somewhere, something like that, where you pull out different cards and it's different date ideas. But obviously I don't have anyone to do these dates with, so it might, oh my god, can you imagine if it's a self date? I need to find this, because there could be stuff in there that I could actually do on my own, and it could be like a self-love date just for me. I need to find that. I'm going to find that. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop rabbiting. I'm going to have a little bit of a replenishment. And how many have we got left? We've still got a couple left. One of them is very long. So get comfy and we shall get in with the final part. Right. Let's have a look. So we've got another one like about toys and everything like that. One of my lovelies says, would you ever go for someone at work again? I feel like I have been there, ticked that off, and no. It's very hard, because if you work with someone and then you get into a relationship with someone, if it goes a bit belly up, that's awkward, ain't it? And that's just awkwardness I do not need in my life. I do not need that awkwardness. No, absolutely not. I feel like I've been there, done that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, yeah, moving swiftly on. On the run up, well, following off the back of that, we hear a lot about this friend at work. Is this a new romantic interest of yours? No. Sorry to burst any bubbles if anyone thought, oh my gosh, you might finally find someone. No. It is a friend who has been there for me, obviously, with all of the previous relationship and bits and bobs like that, and is literally my go-to, and literally my go-to for everything. Like if I need like fashion advice or like food advice, and I'm just focusing on friendships more than anything right now. As I say, I don't want anyone like that in my life. And yeah, unfortunately, sorry to burst your bubble, my lovelies, there is no romantic interest there. I mean, who knows? You might meet them one day. You might see them on the channel. Who knows? Could do some fun videos, actually. I would love to start getting some of my friends involved in my videos. But as I say, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone being on the front of the camera. But yeah, it could be fun. But unfortunately, don't want to burst your bubbles. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? My strength almost just knocked the table over. Whew! I ain't even back at the gym. That's the 2 steaks I had last night for dinner. Yes, I had 2 steaks for dinner last night. I'm getting all of this out of my system before the 28th of February when I am back on meal prep. Back to a lettuce leaf, let me tell you that. Oh my goodness, thank goodness my drink was not a glass. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, unfortunately not. But hey ho, we never know. I could be sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Guys, I might actually go on a dating website. I don't think, I can categorically tell you I don't think that's going to happen, because the whole idea of that just scares me. But who knows? Who knows what's on the horizon? And then I'm going to end. This is the last one. It's a long one. So, my lovely says, as for an answer to sit down with Shan, I believe women should do things to make them feel sexy. I'm overweight and that's all that people see. They don't care if you're beautiful or a good person. They just judge you for your size and figure. And I myself am a victim of that. First off, that absolutely disgusts me that you are being judged for that. This is what is wrong in this world. People don't take people for personality and who they are anymore. Everything is judged on looks and stereotypes. And it absolutely freaking annoys me, to be perfectly honest. I am so here for that. Doing things to make you feel sexy. I.e., I get new underwear for myself. I get nice new fluffy pajamas or silk pajamas for myself. I will cook myself a nice meal because I want to eat good food. Not after the 28th. I'm going to be slightly unhappy, but hey ho. People should not judge someone on their appearance, whether that be a facial feature, a physical feature, a mental feature, a personality, anything at all. People should not be judged. I get judged when I walk down the street because of my eccentric hair colours. You get the looks like, I don't care. I don't care because it's getting changed again at the end of the month. I'm going back to an old favourite, let's just say. And then I'll have to go back normal for me holiday. I have to try and kind of, I say normal, but like kind of a mainstream colour, let's just say. But for now, I do like my wacky hair colours. And I just think, I feel like when I have my bright colours, people judge me to be like this very weird, eccentric person. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think I'm quite weird at sometimes. But I would never look at someone with bright colour hair and be like, If anything, I'm like, oh my God, I love that. Like, you go. You do you and go and be you. I don't like the judginess and like the whole cancel culture that is in the world right now. I don't like it. So they continue to say, so I buy myself cute, sexy underwear and bras and I wear them every time I'm going out. It makes me feel a little confident. Fabulous. You go, you do you. If you feel confident, if people look and be like, you can think, you know what? I've got a mother boop kill piece underneath this and I feel and look like the bee's knees. But you're not going to be entitled to seeing that. Next. I too have ended a 5-year relationship in 2019 and have been single ever since. However, I started up a friends with benefits with one of my friends that I've known for 27 years, but somehow it's not as fulfilling as I expected. It's been 3 years now and I crave the intimacy. It's not just about sex anymore because I can't get that from him. Would love to hear your advice on this opinion. Lots of love back. See now. I've never been in a friends with benefits situation because I feel it could get messy, and also for this reason. It's not fulfilling. And this is what I mean, like, so for me, I focus on friendships. If anything was to ever happen with a friend, I'd be like, whoa. Because you have to worry if it went belly up, could the friendship go back to how it is? And it might be you have a feeling for someone and they don't feel that way and it's not reciprocated. Like, I like the fact that it is on a mutual level on this. But as you say, it's just not as fulfilling. Sometimes, right, you can look at people, can't you? And you think, oh, I bet they're great in the bed. But then it might not be the case. And as I say, if you're not feeling fulfilled, you then feel like poop. Like, I've started something, I've got to continue with it because then otherwise it's just going to get awkward, ain't it? It's just going to get awkward. The fact it's been going for 3 years tells me that there's still some kind of connection there. Whether it might not necessarily be as great in the bedroom department, but there is still that connection on the friendship level or like a friends with benefits level to still be going for that long. Because a lot of people would probably be like, nah, it ain't working for me. But then again, you risk losing that friendship. And that was something that I'd never want to put myself in a position to do. I get, this is the thing. Right, guys. It's not about sex anymore. I crave the intimacy. This is what I was saying about the spark. It's not all about getting your leg over. It is them little kisses, the little cuddles, a smack on the bum, a cheeky wink. It's intimacy is something so personal to each and every person because it differs. It differs. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look. Oh, you guys are just watching the £30 outfit challenge video. Intimacy is craved on so many levels in so many areas by so many people. There is not a textbook definition that says like intimacy is XYZ. Intimacy, it doesn't even have to be like a kiss or a cuddle. It could be, I don't know, like a good morning text. A thought of, oh, you're right, babe, I'm coming home from work. Do you need anything picked up from the supermarket? It can be something so simple as just a thought and consideration. I would say, my lovelies, and as I say, please don't take what I say for gospel. I am just a 27-year-old single woman sitting in her bedroom with her juice bottle, trying to give a little bit of advice, but please don't take anything I say as gospel. I'm not trained or anything. I'm just voicing my opinions. I'd maybe discuss it, and I'd maybe, if you're not feeling it, say, maybe we should try spicing things up and see what their response is. If they are very much a straight no, then you might have to be a bit honest with them and be like, well, you know what, I'm not really feeling it lately because of XYZ, and then see how that goes. But then it's rocking the boat. I don't know. I don't know the level of friendship on this level. I mean, you've been friends for 27 years. That's a hard one. But I would definitely be open and be honest with how you're feeling. And just be like, look, I'm thinking maybe we could try this or that and see how it goes. And as you say, you never know unless you try. And unfortunately, sometimes in life we have to have these uncomfortable conversations. And it could all be working out for the better. But yeah, that is my last one. I feel like we've had loads. I really enjoyed this sit down with Shan, guys. Let's have another little refreshment and get in with the outro, shall we? So, my lovelies, sit down with Shan bedroom antics is done. I definitely feel like when I'm away and I do like the reading your confessions, I kind of want to get a bit more, not of a saucy side to the channel, but we're very open on here. So if there's anything you want me to discuss, guys, just let me know down below, or as I say, DM me, email me, anything at all. But I want this channel to be like an open place where we can talk about everything and anything. There is nothing to be embarrassed about. It's all a learning curve, ain't it? This thing that we call life is just one big learning curve. And I feel like I've learned a lot more about you guys, and you've probably learned a lot more about me. Some of the things you might be thinking, Shan, I didn't need to know that, and now I'm going to look at you in a different light. But hey ho, that is what these videos are about. So yes, if you do want to get involved in any future upcoming videos, I'm talking like sit down with Shan, scandals with Shan, mukbangs with mum, vlogs, anything like that. I have a lifestyle and a food Instagram, which is always down in the descriptions box below. Just have a look on that. Keep an eye on the stories, because I'll always put up my question polls for you to get involved in. But yeah, take care. No, take care. You're not rounding this video off like that. That's not how we do it. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. And as I say, leave me a comment, anything you want to discuss about this video. Or if you want to do it more in private, you can DM me on... Calm yourself, Shannon Lee. You can DM me on Instagram or send me an email, whichever works better for you. But now is the part where I say take care, stay safe as always, and I'll see you tomorrow for a brand new video, which is another Q&A, but it's the monthly Q&A mukbang with Mama G. That's going to be a good one. Bye, guys.